In this video, we'll talk about 6 practical mods that I've made on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 as we emerge from the darkness of winter 2021 and look forward to brighter days ahead with potentially some spring-summer tours on the horizon. This is all about making a great bike even greater for those longer trips. Let's do this. So kicking it all off, we all know that a comfy seat goes a long way to enhancing our riding pleasure. A happy butt equals happy biker, of course. And with that in mind, I've bit the bullet and got myself an official, genuine Royal Enfield touring seat. Now this seat is actually the GT style seat, and I'm not going to lie, I partly did this because I just like the look of it. I think it looks really good on this bike. But from a touring perspective, it does make use of this 3D mesh material that Royal Enfield say gives you more support and more comfort on longer journeys. Now, 120 quid is 120 quid. On one hand, it is a good chunk of change, but looking at the quality of this seat, the value is actually quite remarkable. You can see here it's got, beautiful stitching and just seems like a very well-made piece. In terms of firmness, it's kind of medium to well-done steak, definitely firmer than the stock seat, and hopefully will offer plenty of support out and about on the road. Now, next up, you might have seen the full video to this already, but I have upgraded the clutch cable to the Venhill Featherlight control line. Now, considering you use your clutch hundreds, if not thousands of times on a long trip, this is a totally worthy mod for the money, coming in at around £25. Featherlight is basically Venhill's brand name for PTFE lined cables. The idea is that by reducing friction inside the line, you get a much lighter and smoother actuation. I actually got these because I was experiencing a bit of a notchy pull with the factory cable. It turned out that it was actually a little worse for wear when I removed it from the bike. You can see some damage here to the outer cable, a bit of rust setting in as well, and the plastic on the end was pretty chewed up. Now this Venhill cable seems to be extremely well made. It feels very robust and it should serve me well over many years to come. So really think this is a worthwhile upgrade. It makes the clutch feel a lot smoother. Also, since installing it, I have applied a little of this PTFE dry lube. Now they say you don't need to do this, but it has definitely gone some way to making it even smoother and even lighter still. So next on the list, if you're anything like me, then you probably like to take your gadgets out and about on longer trips, whether that's filming or just using your phone for sat-nav. The downside to all this stuff is it does need to be constantly charged up. So I've got myself a Hitchcock's USB charger. It's a small upgrade, but it's one that really, just from a practical standpoint, makes a big difference when you're out and about on the bike. At around £47, it is on the pricey side for a USB, but it does come with this wonderful custom-made alley bracket. It's got a custom cable that just snaps straight into the accessory port inside the headlights, and the USB module itself looks to be of decent quality. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. The best thing about this system is that it just takes all that bulk and clutter away from the handlebars, keeps it pretty much out of sight, out of mind when you're not using it down here on the forks. So I just think the whole system's well thought out and a really good solution for this bike. Now, with touring very much in mind, one of the big challenges for any bike is coming up with a decent luggage solution that's going to work for the bike and for you. So this is a small mod that I think is going to make life a lot easier down the road. That's the installation of the Kiger Dry Pack luggage straps. Now, I use Kiger Dry Pack for most of my bikes. Really easy to fit. You can either use these universal straps or a kind of bike-specific one. There isn't one for the Enfield, so we use these universal straps that just go onto the rear frame. Now these will stay on the bike. These will be a permanent fixture. You'll just see these little tabs sticking out from under the seat. But when you want to add a bag, you just use the aluminium hooks that come with the bag, and then you can build your own system. Now this is really great if you're just heading out for a day trip and you want to take 5 litres of luggage with you. It's also completely modular. So if you want to step up and go something crazy like this is 50 litres up on the back of the Enfield. Maybe a little extreme, but that's, full camping setup there. You can actually do it with this Kreiger system. It's fully waterproof, it's modular, and now with these straps ready to go on the bike, I can literally just hook up a bag and doody off super quick. Love this system. So moving down the list, have a look at these. This is possibly the best 12 quid that I've spent on a motorbike mod for a long time. These are grip puppies. And I didn't do a full video on these because they're just so easy to install, there's not really much point. You just cut them to size, you slip them on over the top of your existing grips, and you're pretty much good to go. Now the reason these are so nice is that they just offer a much more relaxed grip on the bars because you're not squeezing so tight, the radius is bigger, so your hands just kind of gently rest over the bars. It's really nice. And because they are made of this kind of squidgy foam material, it just soaks up a lot more of the lumps and bumps and vibes out on the road, and it's just a much more kind of luxurious riding experience. For 12 quid, you can't really go wrong. Definitely recommend trying out the grip puppies. I'm actually going to go ahead and order these for all my bikes now because I'm kind of in love. They're awesome. So these are the grip puppies, £12, got them on Amazon, and will make a big difference to your riding pleasure on longer trips. Now then, finally, this one isn't massively essential for your road trips. You don't have to do this, but I wanted a little bit more peace of mind when it comes to the oil cooler guard. Didn't really trust this somewhat flimsy, plasticky thing that Royal Enfield have given us. I'm sure it's okay, but you know, popping a cooler out on the road is an absolute nightmare. It's kind of game over, especially an oil cooler. It's all messy and everything. You don't want to do it. So I have gone with this Hitchcocks Enfield Precision radiator guard. This is quite expensive, coming in at around £88, but it is well made. It's made of good quality stainless steel, and if you opt for the slightly more expensive black version, it is all powder coated rather than painted, so it should hold out well against stone chips and things like that. It's just a little bit of extra peace of mind, and again, gotta be honest, it is partially an aesthetic mod as well because it does look a little bit more robust and premium over and above this slightly flimsy plastic setup that you get out of the box. It's well made and it should serve well for many miles to come. So there you have it, 6 small things that I think in aggregate will make this great bike even greater out and about on those longer trips. We've now got a nice comfy seat, we've got power, we've got a luggage option, we've got comfy grips, we've got a nice smooth and light clutch cable, and of course just a little bit more peace of mind as well with that new oil cooler cover. So all in all, very happy. And now just looking forward to being actually able to get out and do a little bit of light touring, probably around the UK this year. But hey, we're still going to have fun. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. I'm definitely not done. There's more mods coming up very soon. And until the next one, ride safe.